Hello and greetings to Chelsea fans over the world. This is Derek Gurjao here from Blue Nation TV. Welcome to a fresh new episode of today's. The episode isn't going to be as fiery as the one we had yesterday. It's a pleasant Friday here in UAE. Things are a bit slower during the Fridays, and I thought why not bring some news to us fans of Chelsea and see how we have progressed. So, the latest news on Chelsea Football Club. Okay, there's something here. Ligora X Chelsea. They are a leading AI platform for legal professionals to feature on the sleeve of training kit. Okay, here we go for that. And Chelsea Football Club today announces Ligora as an official partner of the club, bringing together two organizations united by a shared pursuit of excellence founded in preparation, consistency, and ambition. It's a multi-year agreement. Okay, Ligora is founded in 2023. Ligora is a agentic operating system for legal work, supporting lawyers in research, review, and drafting across complex matters. It is used by more than 1 million legal professionals at more than 1,200 leading law firms and in-house legal teams across all 50 markets. Chelsea's FC's own legal team are among those at the forefront of transforming legal and contract management, integrating Ligora's system through its workstream. Some revenue for Chelsea here, not exactly the front of shirt sponsor what we needed, and this is not even the sleeve sponsor is not for the match day squads. It's basically for the training kit. That's it. Still, some amount of money. Chelsea keeps doing this. The Blue Co does get this smaller, finer deals just to keep the cash flow running. It's a little bit of good news. Any cash infusion right now helps us out, and I think that's pretty good. Yeah. What do you say, Chelsea fans? So for today, I haven't got a lot of transfer news, but I've been doing my research, collecting some data and looking at what exactly Chelsea can do to better our league record or to win the Premier League for this season. Mind you, we had pretty bad defensive record last year. So how many goals did we get in Premier League last year? We got about 52 goals last year. 52 goals were considered in the Premier League alone. Is that a worst record? Actually, the stats say it's not. So 96-97 season, we had 55 goals considered. 15-16, we had 53 goals considered. 1993-94, we had 53 goals considered again. 25-26 is right there, makes it the fourth. 52 goals considered, and 22-23 season, we had 47 goals considered overall. This is just the Premier League stats, and if we consider throughout all competition across last season for Chelsea played 64 matches, considered 82 goals, an average of 1.28 per game. That's a lot for a team trying to win something. That's a lot for someone trying to be Premier League champions. We had a disastrous run last year. Mind you, 82 goals in all competitions is a lot. So yes, we need to build our backline. Coming to that, not just the backline, but I'm looking at the other teams, 25-26 season, how much goals. Like for Arsenal considered 27 goals for Premier League. Manchester City had 35 goals. Brighton had 46 goals. Sunderland 48 goals. Aston Villa 49 goals. And we have in the sixth place Chelsea were about 52. Brentford 52. Liverpool 53. Bournemouth 54. Newcastle 55. So yes, overall in the Premier League we were about in the sixth position for goals. The goals considered. So I just want to bring this to the record. The other teams that considered the most goals were Burnley FC, 75 goals. Wolverhampton Wanderers FC, 68 goals. West Ham United, 65 goals. So yes, those are the stats for our season last year. Another thing what we needed to see last year was the amount of red cards. 2025-26 season was a worst season when it came to our behavior on the field. Chelsea overall received 8 cards 8 red cards, the most of any team in the league. Across all competitions, Chelsea accumulated about 11 red cards. People who were red carded here are Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Trevor Chalobah, Moy Caicedo, Wesley Fofana twice, Aku Correa, Pedro Neto. This was Chelsea's worst disciplinary record in a single Premier League season. I think we can see here is a gap of even a leadership qualities, because most of the time Reece James wasn't there on the field last year. Enzo was captaining, Moy was captaining, there was Palmer captaining, there was Levi Colwill captaining. So we don't have a figure where we say there's a leader among us. So the only backup what we had for Reece was Enzo. I liked him as a leader. He had the aura of a leader in him. So my next question is the upcoming season, in case Enzo Fernandez moves to Real Madrid, who is our next captain? Who is our backup captain? If Reece James is injured, then who is going to take the armband from us? Who is going to be a leader figure on the field? So far, I don't see anybody. According to me, Reece James should be fit. He should be keeping fit so that there is a captain on the field. But I need few more options, and as per me, the only option would be Levi Colwill. He's the person who I see more or less as a captain figure, somewhat to what John Terry was for us. I would like to see him captain much more for this upcoming season. I want to see something. He's got the leadership qualities. Moy Caicedo, no, but I want to see some developments in the field where we have a captain who the team could listen to, because they're young. They should see someone as a strong figure, strong-headed person, and that's what seeing in Chelsea, because that leads to a lot of disciplinary issues on the field. Mind you, getting those 11 red cards is not a joke. I remember the game where Robert Chances got the red card for the Menu game, the worst one to get. I was okay because Menu was playing the worst, and it was okay to give a goal. We could have come back. Our problems actually started there, and it never ended from there. I mean, before the Menu game, we had brilliant days. We had good days, and then all of a sudden, from that red card, we had a downhill movement, and the red cards kept on coming, and there was never ending. Our season went pretty badly from there on. I don't want this to repeat. With Xabi Alonso coming in, maybe he could infuse his characters into the team, into the leaders, of the calmness of somebody who's not going to react irrationally on the field, be more disciplined, organize the team much more well on the field. Everyone should step up and be a leader for themselves. I wish Thiago Silva was there at this point, because he was a different beast. The level of calmness, the level of maturity, the level of experience what he brought to Chelsea was completely different. I really admired it, and wish Chelsea had someone like Thiago Silva in our fold to make Chelsea look better. Yes, I've also made a list of where Chelsea should strengthen to win the Premier League for this season. My take on this would be Elliott centre back. So we need a really good centre back. We need a striker. João Pedro is the only one what we have right now. I don't know if Nicholas Jackson is going to be back with Chelsea or he's going to be sold. We need a creative winger from right-sided, because Gustavo can move towards the left, because Gittins isn't helping us. Garnacho isn't helping us on the left wing back. So if we move Gustavo there, we could be in a much better position, because he could help us there. But I don't know. I'm not a very technical guy, like I said in my previous conversations. We need someone on the right. I don't know who is going to be there. We need a central midfield. If Enzo is leaving, then who is paired with Moy Caicedo? We have... Who's the person what we have? Andre Santos? Yes, the other player what we have in the midfield along with Moy Caicedo is Andre Santos. With Andre Santos and Moy Caicedo, what happens is the ball doesn't progress as fast as we wanted. But with the weaker teams, Moy Caicedo does cut in, does make those diagonal passes neatly, cuts off the defensive from the other team, and that's what I love about Moy Caicedo. It gives him that freedom. But during the matches where we play the top opponents like Arsenal, Man City, we need Moy Caicedo to be the solid midfield defense, and that's when the diagonal passes don't go through. We need a very creative midfield, I believe, who puts in a shift like Enzo, but I would want a midfield with a creative thinking of Czech Fabregas, somebody who could unlock the low blocks, somebody who can think differently, change the game, even it's for a short while. Czech Fabregas was a brilliant guy. What we had at Chelsea, we do not have anyone like him right now at Chelsea. The only thing what I believe is on Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer didn't have the best of seasons for last year, maybe because of his groin issues, but he's the only guy who has the capability of breaking down a defense, making things happen for Chelsea, do something differently. But he didn't have the best season. The best season what Cole Palmer had was under Pochettino. Under Enzo Maresca, not so great. Not under Liam Rosinia. No, but I hope Xabi Alonso has a plan for him on how he can unlock Cole Palmer and get the best out of him. I would want that. So Mark Cucurella has left, and then we have a slot of left back. We have Errol Hato there, but who is going to be a backup for Gerald Hato? I don't know if Gerald Hato is going to be a full-time Chelsea player. He has the capabilities for it, no doubt. He's a brilliant guy. He was a captain of Ajax too before he left Ajax. So left back, someone who could progress as much as Mark Cucurella did, but also with the goal scoring abilities. Mark Cucurella did score some of the goals that saved Chelsea from a disastrous season. He won few games because of his goals. We want that kind of a guy who could score goals. Errol Hato scored a brilliant goal, no doubt. He also had I think that was an FA game, if I remember. Yes, he scored a brilliant goal too. And then we require right back. The already Pastrellera coming in. I think that's more or less sorted. But there's Josh Achampong, who is there with us, who could support Reece James if Reece James is not there. But I'm not sure if Josh Achampong is going to be sold. Not sure, because there is a value there and Chelsea might cash in. It's the right time for them to cash in. So yes, this is something what I would love to bring to you. I'm sorry it's not the most clearest way, but this is what I thought of speaking to you today and letting you know these are the fields where we need to strengthen for Chelsea to win the league. And I think we should prioritize this. Okay, then the next topic is my predictions. How have I done? Mind you, I do not predictions every time, and I completely forgot about my predictions for today's games. I don't know how I missed them. I really don't know how I missed them. But luckily what saved me was I did predictions on the Etisalat app. And here are my predictions. Curacao versus Ivory Coast. I predicted 0-2, and guess what? The results are the best results what I've got. 0-2. Ivory Coast won this. Then there were predictions. Very, very, very surprising predictions. My predictions for Ecuador versus Germany were Ecuador 0, Germany 3. You know what the results were. Ecuador 2, Germany 1. Moi Caicedo has won it for Ecuador. Man, come on. What a punch to Germany. I'm okay. Our boy Moi is there. I'm okay. I know I predicted Germany to win it, but I'm completely fine with this. What's my next prediction? Japan versus Sweden. My predictions were 1-1. Japan 1, Sweden 1. And the results were 2-2. That's fine. The other results were Paraguay versus Australia. My predictions were, I think, coming back to my results. No, I predicted Japan 2, Sweden 2, and the results were 1-1. Okay. Ecuador, yeah, those are right. Paraguay and Australia, I predicted Australia to win with 2 goals. Paraguay 0, Australia 2, and the results is 0-0, right? And the other results were Turkey and United States. I predicted United States to win. The way they were playing, I predicted them to win with a scoreline of Turkey 0 and United States 3. Results are 3-2. Turkey has won this. Man, surprising results. And the other results were for Tunisia versus Netherlands. I predicted a scoreline of Tunisia 0, Netherlands 4, and the scores were Tunisia 1, Netherlands 3. Those were my predictions for the World Cup. I hope you are doing some of the predictions yourself. This is a lengthy video, but I wanted to discuss some things of Chelsea for us to be the Premier League winners. I really want them to win this season because we don't have a lot to play for. No Champions League. Nothing of those sorts. No Conference League. Nothing. So our whole focus should be to win the league, develop a brilliant team, sign the right players, okay, and sign them fast. Don't keep it dragging, because if you ever believe that Chelsea is going to do it in 3 months, mind you, they're never going to do it. It's never going to happen. So let's not waste time there. The only time I know a Chelsea player is signed is when I see it in their Chelsea Football Club app that they have signed a player. Yes, thank you so much for the love. Thanks for watching Blue Nation TV, giving me the love. Thank you so much. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana.